Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm out here at Marine Max on Panama City Beach with Todd Hudgel, right here on Thomas Drive, looking at a beautiful Sea Ray. Now this is a 21-foot?
It is. This is a Sea Ray 21 SPX, Don. It's a brand new model for 2015. They've made a lot of improvements, a lot of great features on the boat. They're really great boats.
Now is this an inboard or an outboard or inboard-outboard? Or what
this boat is a stern drive. Some people call that inboard-outboard. It also is powered by a brand new engine by Mercury that is the first stern drive engine ever invented solely to be a boat engine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 4.5 liters, 250 horsepour.
So you can get some speed on this thing, can't you?
Good running boat.
All right, awesome. And blue.
Yeah, beautiful color.
It is a beautiful color to have out on the water.
With the matching bimini, really good looking package.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can take me topside there and show me around a little bit.
Absolutely.
Let's check out some of the features of this boat.
Great.
You know, Todd, I'm looking at this boat, and it reminds me sort of the boat that you showed us last week.
Yeah.
But it's a little more compact, but just as luxurious with all the features you could possibly want.
Oh, yeah.
On a boat this size.
As I said, this is a new model, and they've put in some really great seating features in particular. You've got tons of storage, built-in cooler. This seat converts 3 different ways. The back seat flips up to a backrest so you can sit facing backwards when you're at anchor. Just a ton of great options, very versatile, very comfortable boat.
Yeah, and this whole command array here is, that's a technical term that I just made up, command array. It's all very obvious, very intuitive.
Absolutely. Everything's where it should be, easy to reach, clearly labeled, LED lighted switches. Sea Ray really does right with the details.
And it's a great family boat too. Now I know up here on the bow, yet again, we've got a place where the family can relax and kick back and have a good time. I'm sure that you've got plenty of cup
holders. There's storage under the seats, lots of grab handles to help you feel comfortable out on the water.
Yeah, so you're not bouncing around. You don't bounce out if you're going fast, and I guess you can go pretty fast with an engine this size.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep, this boat will break 50 miles an hour easily.
Now, what I really like about this boat, and I know we talked about it a little bit, the whole inboard-outboard thing.
Right.
You've got all this room on the back where people can hang out.
Absolutely. Big swim platform, great for a day at Shell Island. Me and a lot of people I know, when we're at the island, we hang out around the back of the boat most of the day in the water.
Yeah.
You got tons of room to hop up there and sit, to set a cooler, set your glasses down when you
now look at
go
this
to play
little
with
deal.
the
Now,
kids.
let me see if I remember how to do this. Oh, I did it wrong already, huh?
Yep.
That's the engine in there.
That gets you to the engine.
Okay. Now I'm trying to get this little backrest up. And
just pull this one.
Just the one. There we go.
There
all
you
right.
go.
And then you can pull that up.
Flip this back.
And you can sit right up here.
Yep. Great feature. Great
Man,
feature.
that's so cool.
Yep.
And like you say, you're out at Shell Island for the day. You're hanging off the back here. You throw your anchor over, and you're good to go. And you've got this bimini top to kind of keep that sun off you.
Yep. Very important for the sun protection.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I see you got a sound system. I'm looking at speakers all over the place too.
Great stereo. 6 speakers on the boat.
Yeah. Wow. So you can actually plug your iPod in or whatever. And
Absolutely.
You're off to the races. You're rocking and rolling on the waves here.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wanted to get a closer look at this boat, can we just give you a call or stop
Absolutely. We're here on Thomas Drive, 3605 Thomas Drive.
Right near the Treasure Island Marina.
Absolutely. Where the treasure ship used to be.
Yeah.
The phone number is 850-708-1317, and you can find us on the web at marinemax.com/Panama City.
Todd Hudgel, thanks for showing us around.
Thank you, Don. Good to see you.
Appreciate that. And we'll be right back after your Waking Up With Don weather. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Alan Graham from Counts Real Estate. We're going to get smart on real estate. What are we talking about today, Alan? Welcome.
Hey.
Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Don, we're going to talk about what it takes to be a real estate agent.
What does it take?
Well, you get so many. There used to be a joke around that said that when you got your driver's license issued in the state of Florida, you also got issued a real estate license since they were so easy to get. But my question to you would be this. It would be, do you want the kid that's 18 years old that has a driver's license and graduated from high school making the decision about probably your largest investment that you're going to make? And I think most people's answer would be no to that.
And for most people, that is the largest investment you're going to make is your home. And you want someone you trust and like and you think has a little experience. Now, how old were you when you started?
Well, I'd had a first career as a manager in marketing, and I did land. I had business ownership, so I had a lot of the key elements of being good at real estate in the background, understanding cash flows, understanding investment and appreciation, depreciation. So that was an asset that I brought into the company.
So you already had some real estate experience just through buying, selling, building, and doing whatever.
Right.
And then your second career now is as a real estate agent. So I know in my limited experience in Panama City real estate, just buying a primary home and selling one, yeah, it was always a friend. It was always someone I knew, like an acquaintance.
Right.
Is that common? Or?
Yes, it is. Most people use people they trust, but our real estate laws in the state of Florida change quarterly. We have to have updates on contract, disclosure statements, what's in a contract and what's not. Our contracts changed twice last year. A lot of people think that the housewife that goes out and gets her real estate license to sell 2 or 3 properties a year is a great idea and a good income source. In reality, it kind of does a disservice to us that are professionals in it and use this as a career and a passion, quite frankly. I'd like to know that on the other side of the real estate deal that I'm dealing with a professional that has the best interest of the customer at heart. In saying that, those people that do have their real estate licenses that are active, that are not in the business on a day-to-day basis, there's an opportunity for them to still make money. We have a referral program that they can set their license with us at no charge. They don't have to pay the Bay County Association realtor dues, which amount to about $900 a year.
Wow.
And I will pay them 25% for any referrals. So they create the contact and I do the work and we pay them 25%. So there is a way to do that, but it allows a professional real estate agent that does it on a day-to-day basis, that understands all the new laws and the opportunities and the threats that exist to handle the customer that you've supplied to us.
Well, you know, with all due respect, you want somebody who does this full time. At least I do. I mean, you wouldn't go to a doctor who's a part-time doctor. I mean, I want somebody who lives it, who studies it, who knows all the ins and outs and the latest developments.
You know, that's a great analogy because most people don't want to go to the doctor that just graduated from medical school and hadn't had any experience. That experience on a day-to-day basis is the same thing that we go through. We looked at our agents that we have at Counts, and our agents average $5 million a year in sales. That's all of our agents. We looked at other companies that have a ton of agents in the same amount of sales, and they'll average maybe $500,000 per agent. Well, do you want an agent that does 1 or 2 deals per year? Or I'll be honest with you, I learn something in every deal I do. There's something new, there's a small quirk, there's an opportunity, there's something that's different that I'm able to protect or help or use in the next customer that I bring in.
You know, we had even toyed around with doing a FSBO, or for sale by owner, but there is so much to navigate. I mean, anybody who's closed on a house knows what I'm talking about. You're sitting in that little room and you're signing things and signing things and signing things, and it'll make your head explode. So it's always good to have someone to guide you through that.
We live in such a sue-happy society.
Yeah.
And so therefore you trying to represent yourself would be like you trying to walk into a courtroom and represent yourself to where there's $300,000 or $400,000, whatever the value of your house is, that's on the line.
Yeah.
And so you really, really want a professional to guide you through that. If you want to try to sell that house yourself, if you'll go to my website and look for sellers, I give you all of the things that you need to do to sell your own house. I will give you that opportunity, because once you read over that, you probably will call me and ask me to do that work.
Yeah, I mean, who has the time for it? If you're not a realtor full-time and selling your house is going to be your part-time job for a while, good luck with that. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work.
Right.
Well, Alan Graham, thank you again for that sage advice on real estate. And how can we get in touch with you if we're buying or selling or just interested?
AlanGrahamRealEstate.com.
AlanGrahamRealEstate.com. Well, thanks again for coming on in, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, Don.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Allison Smith from Herb Effects Landscaping and Pest Control. And we're going to talk about recycling. And it was Earth Day yesterday.
It was Earth Day, yes.
Hey, happy
yes.
Earth Day. I remember the first Earth Day. That's
Really?
how old I am. It was like back in the 70s or whatever. And I had Earth shoes where the toes were like higher than the heel. Oh, yeah. It was supposed to mimic walking on the soft earth. Oh, yeah. And we would have like little Earth Day celebrations and stuff in school and all that stuff. It was the 70s, you know, way before your time. But now it's actually become an institution, I suppose. Earth Day is like a big deal.
It actually is not just a simple day anymore. There's events. I know this upcoming weekend there are 2 big beach cleanups.
You want those Earth shoes, don't you? I can tell. You're intrigued.
I can't even get an image on. I think it scares me.
You should be scared.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay, off topic. Here.
Off topic, but back to recycling.
State Park, Saturday, huge cleanup for at St. Andrews State Park. And then same time, I think at either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at the county pier, big beach cleanup.
Good.
So,
and they could use a little cleaning up
yes,
nowadays.
the spring breakers. I don't know if you saw the video the divers took of
I
underneath
saw it.
the water. It's awful how much trash
Off the
is in the water.
jetties,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
garbage that
Yeah.
these so-called spring breakers
Right,
yeah.
throw in. But we're going to talk about actually not necessarily recycling, but you know, it's kind of hard to recycle in our area. But there are ways you can actually throw your trash away that are correct and incorrect.
Really?
Yes.
So even though the company you have that's collecting your stuff, if you live out in the hinterlands or if you're in the city, they don't recycle, but there's a way to do it?
Yeah, well, you know, we're talking baby steps, but I took an environmental science class in '94. So I have literally been throwing my garbage away a certain particular way for 21 plus years now.
Oh.
And, you know, you think, well, that's not a huge ideal, but if you could get a couple hundred people doing this, and then if they taught their kids how to do this, you know, it's going to make a difference.
So how do we do it?
You throw things away. Most of us, let's say we're cooking dinner and we've marinated something in a baggie and we have all this icky juice.
Yeah, we just chuck it in the garbage. That's
you
that.
seal that baggie up real tight because heaven forbid juice get in your garbage bag.
Oh,
You don't want juice in the garbage.
That's right. It smells.
Leave it undone. Leave it open, at least cracked a little bit. When you go to throw, I'm a creamer junkie. Take your lid off, or at least open it. Crazy thing is, I'm making a mess. Sorry.
Recycle that?
I thought I rinsed that out. When you go to throw this away and it's all sealed up, nothing can get in or out. When it gets to the landfill and it gets all tumbled around, believe it or not, if this is sealed, it's much harder to crush, to get any smaller. Take the lid off.
And
though.
plastics do decay over
They
time.
do.
I mean, nowadays.
You want all the stuff, all the different in the landfill itself. You want all these juices to mix together because, believe it or not, all the different enzymes are going to mix together. And you're talking this breaking down. You're still saying 30 years, but instead of 30, it might be 50 plus if it's all sealed up tight. Plus, not only do you always take your lids off anything you throw away. If the lid's on, that is much hard to squeeze in. Take the lid
Well, that
off.
only makes sense. That just takes up
Crush
room in
it.
your garbage.
Exactly. You want to crush everything you can to a smaller size.
Now, these decay,
Step
am I hearing that there are bugs out there that eat plastic?
Yes. There are little tiny
Microbes.
microbiomes. Yeah, yes. And enzymes, you know, it's really funny. There's kind of jokes about it, but we go pick up our dog poo and we seal it in a little plastic bag and throw it away. What's going to happen with a sealed up tight? That is so hard to ever break down. But all the different food particles, the juices from even your clippings, you know, throw your grass clippings and things in the garbage bag because in the landfill, all that stuff breaks down even faster and helps break down all the trash that we go through. So,
Wow.
Kids, if we can train all of the children now to
And-
crush
and
everything
some of the
they
adults
throw
too,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But you're talking a huge difference just in crushing everything you do and putting your own garbage bag, and then taking all the lids off, making sure your baggies, even if there's something smelly, leave it cracked so all that stuff can mix together and break down.
Awesome.
It's
And
a
now-
crazy difference.
Now we've got a big cleanup coming up, and when is that again?
Saturday, 9 o'clock at St. Andrews State Park.
Okay.
And
All we
then-
have to do is show up, right?
Yes,
Okay.
show up, and I think at the exact same time at the county pier on the beach.
Awesome. We need to clean up after those
Earth
people.
Day, make Earth Day Earth Month and Earth
Yeah.
Year.
Earth,
There you go.
yeah, why not? Live it that way.
Yeah.
Walk the walk on Earth with your Earth shoes. Allison Smith from Herb Effects. Thank you so much for getting us smart on, on the right way to throw things out.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I've got a special guest here in the studio today by the name of Wesley Forsythe. You might recognize him from that new reality show here on Fox 28 Gears, which airs on Sundays. Is that right, Wesley?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Now, Wesley, with all due respect, my friend, I was kind of expecting Jay and Katie to come on today, but for whatever reason they couldn't make it. So you're here representing Gears Transmissions and the Gears reality show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm the one that talked with you on the phone that day.
Okay.
And so I just sort of took it up. They're so busy and they got so much going on. I just thought, I'd help them out and, sort
You
of.
would come instead.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's just fine. That's okay. Now,
I'll try to help out as much as I can.
Well, you're like Johnny on the spot. I'm glad you showed up. How do you like working on that show? It's a reality show. How real is it really?
Oh, it's very real. It's too real sometimes. You see it all. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You see, that's me 100%. That's Katie. That's Jay. That is all of us, and that's how we live everyday life. And that's what I've always been told. Be yourself, and it comes.
So you and Jay kind of have a history. You're a relation or a friend or whatever of the family for a long time.
Family.
Family.
And friend, I hope.
Okay. Now, I know I wanted to have Jay on the show to talk about his book, and I Surrender All,
yes,
which
sir.
is just an amazing book, an amazing journey of, rags, from riches to rags and back to riches again.
Yes, sir.
And,
yes,
and
sir.
he's just an amazing, interesting fellow.
Oh,
and,
yes, sir.
And who better to talk about him than perhaps you?
Oh,
if you
yes,
can't-
sir.
yeah.
I can vouch for all that. He is one of the most amazing, upstanding people I've ever had in my life. I look up to him a lot and respect him with all my heart and all my soul. Him and Katie have been everything. It's sort of an emotional thing when I talk about them, really. They are very dear and close to my
Well, Wesley,
heart.
there's no crying allowed on this
Oh,
show.
yes, sir.
okay?
I know.
So
And
we're
if
gonna-
you might have seen that I do cry easy when it
that's
comes
okay.
to some things.
That's
yes,
quite all
sir.
right.
That's one of them.
Well,
my love for
we
my
have to run off
family.
to a break right now.
Yes,
but
sir.
on the other side of the break, I want to talk more about the reality show, your role in it, and what you do out there at Gears Transmissions besides being part of the reality show. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll be back with Wesley Forsythe right after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Wesley Forsythe, reality star from Gears Transmissions, or Gears, that airs here on Sundays on Fox 28. Welcome back.
Thank you, Mr.
Wesley,
Don.
the best interviews on this show always happen during the commercial breaks.
Yes, sir.
And I know before we started the interview, we talked about, I asked you what your last name is because I just know you as Wesley from the show.
Yes, sir.
But your last name is Forsythe. Are you in relation to John Forsythe?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was told that we were distant related to him, but I hadn't really traced the tree back. But you get that stuff in the mail saying,
yeah.
this is your family tree, and guess who you're related to?
Yeah.
And it said it was him, and it was some other Forsythe that was on a soap opera. But
Yeah.
it has to be. It has to run in our blood
you
somewhere.
Apparently have the acting show business gene somewhere.
Oh, I
yeah.
love you, Mr. Don.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So now you're a reality star on Gears on that new hit
Yes,
show
sir.
that we have.
Yes,
here
sir.
on
Very
Fox.
proud and
Yeah.
very honored to be. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And now you also work at the transmission shop at Gears here on 231 or
Yes, sir.
Canal Street, I guess it is.
Yes, sir.
Right off of 231.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and what do you do for them? Are you a mechanic? Do you work the office, or do you drive? I mean, what do you do for them?
I'm sort of like, oh, you stunned me there, Mr. Don.
You're a jack of all trades, right?
Right. I'm still trying to find out what I am there, sort of.
But you're there, and you certainly figure prominently into the reality show. I know
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's family owned and it's family based, so
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for me to feel at home there. And I got my Katie and I got my Jay, and so.
So Jay and Katie kind of keep you around to kind of help out and kind of fill in the gaps, I guess.
Yes,
it's safe
sir.
to say.
Yes, sir. I sort of feel all the roles, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah. So as you go forward with the show, where do you see yourself going with it? I mean, where do you see yourself maybe in 5 years?
Oh, Lord, Mr. Don, I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow.
I know you couldn't
years.
You couldn't get a brighter hat. I mean, you
Oh,
couldn't
I'm
get
telling
any
you, this.
flashier clothes.
Well, my hat, my clothes, that's me. I can't, I don't know. I haven't been to design school yet, so.
Oh, you've been to a bunch of different schools. I know you
Oh,
said you were a
tons of 'em.
cosmetologist.
And I'd like to have my own line of clothing. I think I'd be pretty good at it.
I see you've got a little flair for the dress there.
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend. Well, listen, we are so out of time. It's not funny. Time's always the enemy on the
Oh.
show. But it was a joy to meet you.
Yes, sir,
And
you
good,
too.
Good luck with the show.
I
And we'll be
appreciate it.
watching as your character develops on Gears, and I'll be watching with great interest how Katie and Jay do with the business.
Well, maybe you can come and be on our show.
Perhaps I can stop by one day.
I'd love to see you
My
there,
car
Mr.
may need
Don.
some work, so maybe
That's
if Jay's
right. and
watching,
You'll get a
I
big
can
old
bring
hug
it.
from me.
All right, well, we've got to run off, and always good to see you, my friend.
Yes,
and
sir.
give my best to Jay and Katie out there at
And
Gears
thank you for
Transmissions.
making me feel so at home.
You're certainly welcome back anytime.
Yes, sir.
Well, that'll do it for this day, and we'll see you guys next time.